1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Zoe Zalanki from Springfield Little Theater. You're listening to the KICK Morning Show, 92.3 KICK.
Thank you, Zoe. 7:52, the KICK Morning Show, presented by Priority Pest Control, 887-9322. Online at PriorityPestControl.net. Let them know what's bugging you. Mosquito Monday coming up again. We'll take 5 names, draw one of those out, and that person wins a free mosquito treatment courtesy of Priority Pest Control. Jeff Phillips is our guest. And I think I've been twisting it around. Local laborers?
It is Laborers Local.
Laborers Local.
The full name is Heavy Construction Laborers Local 663, but we just typically refer to ourselves as Laborers Local 663 because the unions have local, so it's a local union. So it's
the ballot measure that we're talking about. This is the exact language on the ballot. Do the people of the state of Missouri want to adopt Senate Bill 19, Right to Work, as passed by the General Assembly in 2017, which prohibits, as a condition of employment, the forced membership in a labor organization, union, or forced payments of dues in full or pro rata, fair share, make any activity which violates employees' rights illegal and ineffective, allow illegal remedies for anyone injured as a result of another person violating or threatening to violate employees' rights, and which shall not apply to union agreements entered into before the effective date of Senate Bill 19. State and local government entities expect no cost or savings. For the ballot language, a yes vote will adopt Senate Bill 19, passed by the General Assembly in 2017. So as it stands right now, the legislature has passed this.
Yeah, the legislature passed this last year. It was one of the cornerstones of former Governor Eric Greitens' campaign was to make Missouri a right-to-work state, and the legislature followed through on his promise, gave him a bill, he signed it. But working people in Missouri mobilized almost immediately and gathered more than 300,000 signatures to place this on the ballot.
Which is a lot more than they needed.
About twice or 3 times as much as they needed. And they placed it on the ballot to allow the people of Missouri to decide this issue for themselves, because the people who are going to be most affected by this are the people of Missouri, the working people, and so much of that of that ballot language I think is convoluted, it's deceptive, it is redundant to existing conditions. So again, as I said to you, we're not asking for anything new. We're not asking to create new law. We're not asking to create a situation that gives an unfair advantage to people who are members of labor unions. We're asking to maintain what ground we have fought for so many years,
basically,
to allow people to continue to make the good living that they can make in difficult times. And right now, they say the proponents of this, it'll create so many more jobs, it'll make Missouri open for business. Well, Missouri is already open for business, number one. Number two, our unemployment rates around this country right now are at historic lows. And so the question we ask is how many more $8, $9, and $10 an hour jobs without benefits do we actually need? We don't need any. If I could, I want to kind of break it down for you. I kind of shared the metaphor for this. Just let's consider the morning show here on Kick with Steve Largent. Priority Pest Control, your title sponsor, they see the value of this program. They believe that there are benefits to be had advertising on your show, and so they do, and they receive the benefits of people calling them and inviting them to serve them because they've heard it on your show. So they get a benefit from that, and they pay for that benefit.
Correct.
Well, if in a Proposition A world, a right-to-work world, Brand X Pest Control can see, wow, Priority Pest Control, they get a real great benefit from advertising on Steve's show. I want that benefit, but I don't want to have to pay for it. Proposition A passes, you create a situation in the radio world where Brand X could say, I want to advertise on your show, but I don't want to pay for the advertising, but I want to get the benefits that Priority Pest Control gets for advertising and for paying for it. That is precisely what would happen. We would have a situation where people could still join the unions if they wanted to, but they wouldn't have to pay dues. And I think common sense oftentimes, unfortunately, will tell you if you give something to somebody for free, they'll take it.
I mentioned earlier somebody had a question, comment, wanted to join the conversation. They could. We've got one. Somebody on the line here. Thanks for calling. You're on the KICK Morning Show presented by Priority Pest Control. You're on with Jeff Phillips. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Steve and Jeff. The thought-provoking conservative here. And example, the difference is that in a right-to-work situation, both employees still need to work. So the employees are still paying by their work and by their labor to participate. So it's not a fair comparison. What the fair comparison might be that in a right-to-work or right-to-advertise state, that two pest control companies could both partake in the advertisement benefit of advertising on KICK or KADI, and both have to pay for it. Because there's no difference as far as the employee is concerned. They're still having to work for what they get. So I think that's a more fair comparison. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, but I believe that you do have other advertisers that are paying for that same benefit that are pest control companies. Not as good as Priority Pest Control necessarily, but they're both there.
Not within the morning show, no. They have exclusivity.
Correct, correct, but still on the station.
Correct.
Yeah, so there's other opportunities for them.
But the situation with Proposition A would be that you could not expect someone to pay union dues.
They would get the benefit without paying
But they would get the benefit of representation from the union, the same as those people who did pay for those benefits. And so it's a freeloading situation, which is not fair. It's not fair that people should get that without paying for it. It's like anything else. If you want to be a member of something, membership has its privileges. Why set up law to make it so that they don't have to? It's not fair, and that's why we want people to vote no on Proposition A.
Thank you for the phone call.
Thank you, sir.
I got to leave it there. Time for ABC News, 8 o'clock. We'll pick it up. Jeff's going to stick around for the next segment, so if you want to call back or call in, you're welcome to.